Yes, I'm the devil, and I greet all lovers of good music, and I want to tell you, there is one band from Russia that attracted my attention, and this band is the Kruger, and its leader Alexander Hamer is a very awesome dude, and a very awesome band. Everyone in hell are crazy about Kruger. So, the Kruger group was created by Alexander Hamer in 1979 in the city of Voronezh. Well, who doesn't know this is a city in Russia? By the way, Yura Koy, the creator of the Gaza Strip group, is also from this city. Yura Koy has been in hell with us since 2000, so Yura and I have been hanging out together for a long time. I really like to listen to the Gaza Strip, especially when I'm drinking. I really love the Fireball drink, it's good. And what else to do in hell? Drink, fuck sinners. I really love sinful women with big asses. I like to punish them. And of course it all goes well to music. Well, the Kruger group is good. Alexander Hamer always sings about serious things. He's a poet. I just listen to his songs. We will definitely discuss Alexander Hamer's songs with you. That's why I decided to start making these videos. But first, let's talk about the life of Alexander Hamer, as his life is very interesting. Well, let's start with his childhood. When Sasha Hamer was still a child, he accidentally overheard a neighbor listening to music. Sasha Hamer was by what he heard and knocked on his neighbor's door. The neighbor's name was Uncle Vova. He opened the door. Sasha Hamer asked Uncle Vova what kind of music it was. And Uncle Vova said, "This is AC/DC. Of course, AC/DC is a band. And the leader of the AC/DC band, Bon Scott, has also been hanging out in hell for a long time. He's also a dude. I love him very much too. We also drink together. But from that day on, Sasha Hamer realized that he would devote his life to music and be the coolest guitarist in the world. Sasha Hamer understood that he had to find a guitar. Sasha Hamer came to Uncle Vova to ask where he could get a guitar. And Uncle Vova said that he had a thug friend who could get it, but it would be expensive. Sasha Hamer didn't have any money, but he had a plan. He had biker friends who were able to help him. Sasha Hamer met with this gopnik and ordered a guitar. And when the gopnik took out the guitar, Sasha, biker friends, came and punched the gopnik in the face and took the guitar. And so not in a very good way. But still, Sasha Hamer got a guitar and began to play and compose music. And also compose poems. The first song that Sasha Hamer wrote was called Satan's Embryo. Sasha Hamer did not think for a long time what to call the band. He named it after his favorite hero, Freddy Krueger. And the first album was called Satan's Embryo. Fucking name. I remember how this record was brought to me. And then the whole hell went crazy. We're going crazy all night. It wasn't just a fucking album. It was the very first death metal album in the entire Soviet Union. But at that time it was dangerous to engage in such music. And of course the guys from the KGB came to Sasha Hamer. They said that Sasha Hamer was anti-Soviet and was engaged in the propaganda of Western music. The KGB guys said they were giving him one last chance, and if he continued to do so, he would be imprisoned. And of course he would have been imprisoned if not for me. But Sasha had such a roof. The devil himself bothered. I talked to the guys from the KGB and said that they would have problems if they did not leave Sasha Hamer alone. Yes, those two guys with whom I spoke then were both called Vova. One was Vova Zhirinovsky, and the other was Vova Putin. Somehow it so happened that in Russia, Vova is the most popular name. But after this conversation, Sasha Hamer was left alone, and he continued to engage in his work. A rock club appeared in Voronezh, and both Yura Koy and Sasha Hamer performed there. Everything was fine, but life in Russia was becoming more and more difficult. There were only bandits around. They robbed everyone in a row, and they attacked a rock club and took all the musical instruments from the musicians. All the musicians without musical instruments simply became homeless, and Sasha Hamer and Yura Koy decide together that they need to go to Moscow. Having collected the last money, Sasha and Yura arrive in Moscow. They begin to earn money as loaders in order to earn at least some money. Once Sasha and Yura were drinking together with homeless people after hard work, and one homeless man told about one master who makes magic guitars in the form of a dragon, and the one who has such a guitar becomes the coolest guitarist in the world. Yurahoy did not believe it and said that it was all fairy tales and went home. Then the paths of Yurakoy and Sasha Homer diverged. Yurakoy assembled his new band Gaza Sector and began to perform in Moscow, but he got hooked on drugs and very soon threw off his hooves, and I received him well in hell, and Yurakoy is now hanging out there with me. But Sasha Homer had a different fate. Sasha Homer finds this master who made magic guitars in the form of a dragon, and the master makes a guitar for Sasha Homer, having received a magic guitar. Sasha Homer creates a new band, Kruger, and creates a lot of songs, and stays in Moscow. All these years I have been following Sasha Homer and guarding him. Every time a new Kruger album comes out, we have a holiday in hell. And Yurahoy and Bon Scott and everyone else listens to Kruger and are crazy, and even Lammy from the band Motorhead, who also joined us, is crazy about Kruger, and Sasha Hammer even wrote a song dedicated to Lammy, and more than one. Well, the end of my story about Sasha Hammer has come, and at the end I want to say, long live rock and roll, and long live Russian heavy diesel metal band Kruger. Let's wish Sasha Homer a lot of health and many years of life and a lot of songs.